And we're back at it. Now time to go back to... Where was I? Oh yeah. You have to open this Dwarven portal before you can progress anymore. Down here in the Caverns of Chaos. And we still have a couple of Dwarven quests to finish, so let's get right on that. And the way up is over there. Excellent. We're back in this graveyard, which is gonna slowly fill up with creatures again after this. Nope, neither of those short spears are the throwable kind. Well, you never know. Might be useful, those things. I could eat a large ration. Well, I can play with the mouse for a while. That's fine. But I'm probably on average still faster with keyboard controls. Let's see. Ooh! Worn boots weighing 30 stones. That is going to be very interesting. And for the first time, one of the liches has succeeded in using their Minecraft. Now I'm confused, which is not good. Why are you confused? You can't... Movement commands go into a random direction. Spells have a 50% chance of actually failing altogether, but are probably still one of my best shots here. For strange reasons, spells also usually go in the right direction. Despite everything. But anyway, nothing a good old cast of Burning Hands can't fix. Well, apparently I'm too bad at melee to hit that thing. Also, I'm hungry again. I have to fix that. Okay, good to go. What's with all these randomly generated liches? Oh yeah, that all too heavy two-handed sword. Didn't do too much for you now, did it? We're almost out of here. Why are there all these liches? Nah, it's just a regular old longsword. Nothing interesting there. Okay. Everything fine over here. Dip, dip. Herpen, derpen, skirpen. Oh yeah, the room full of lightning vortices. I'm out of here. Right, this is the room with two up staircases. Now I have the choice whether I want to go through the Dwarven halls or back to the animated forest. And to be honest, I'm kind of sick and tired of the animated forest by now, and I'm feeling a bit lucky. So why not try our best at finding our way through the Dwarven halls. Could end in a violent death, but at the very least it should be entertaining. Now, before I do that though, I should probably prepare myself properly. I'm gonna do that by reading Blessed Scrolls of Identify and checking out my items again. I own... what is it I'm looking for? Book of Wonders. Very good, very good. I'm gonna drink that right away. Well, that might come in useful. provided I somehow lose my stash of 6 Curaria Mancox herbs. Then that might come in useful indeed. I found a spellbook of Frostbolt at some point. Let's have a complete look at my inventory. That's Shining Mithril Scale Mail with a little bit more armor than I currently have. Also, it's shining, and I don't actually know what that means. I think it's a minor bonus to appearance. I've got a Tower Adamantium Shield, which is very, very good actually. Plus 11 DV. The shield is one that I would consider better than the medium crystal shield below, because the DV value of a shield is more important than the PV value. Because it also determines how much DV bonus the shield is able to give in the long run, if you skill it up. I have several pairs of Dragonhide gauntlets, and +3 gloves of carrying, which is also something I haven't seen before. I own an Eternium girdle. I do own now a pair of 7 league boots, which is excellent. A bunch of weapons, lots of Eternium stuff here. And apparently short swords can now be Eternium. That's a new one. Short swords used to be only iron. Well, strange enough. Change is afoot. And I own a Ring of Speed. Very nice, very nice. What I was looking for, now I've remembered, is monster detection. I'll have to check my scrolls later. And there is a scroll of monster detection. And a freshly renamed Blessed Scrolls of Corruption Removal. Now I only own 1 scroll of monster detection and 1 scroll of magic mapping, and I kind of like to save these. Also, I just now remembered I've learned teleportation, the spell, so I am, with these 2 things, I'm actually perfectly well equipped to do the animated forest anyway, except I won't be walking the entire way through, but trying to teleport my way through instead. Okay, I have to take these off to fight a little bit now. Which of my swords has the best damage bonus, actually? It's kind of... yeah, it's still the Eternium broadsword. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, that's Mithril two-handed sword. Could be worth some money. Right. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't cast spells with 2 shields on anymore, which was it was kind of overpowered that you were able to do that. And the way I know that this was changed is that I think in the forum thread that suggested that change, I advocated heavily for it. Actually, so this is kind of my own fault. But I'm not complaining. I have more than enough defense the way I am right now. Unfortunately, since I don't have teleport control, I can only really use this effectively as to teleport my way part way to the stairs. After that, it would be kind of a crapshoot. It's probably more efficient just to walk the rest of the way. Oh yeah. I still have to optimize the crap out of that equipment. Girdle of Carrying, that should be the Eternium girdle, but I'm not quite comfortable with that yet. But I am gonna wear the 7 league boots. That is a thing I'm going to do. Gloves of Carrying, maybe it'll help. But gloves of Carrying don't do nearly as much as the Girdle of Carrying do, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna blast those 7 league boots. Wait, no, I messed up. Much better. Now, 7 league boots should make it somewhat easier to slip through gaps in here. A bunch of hostile trees, and I'm at the bottom wall already. Maybe I should actually... Yeah. And we're almost home free. Oops. My mistake. Everything's fine. And we're out. Now I kind of want to save fireball charges because you don't get all that many even as an elementalist. Bolt spells is all, everything's fine, but ball spells kind of advance slowly. Or if there's any, I guess if there's any I could use fairly often, it's fireball. I think that goes into the hundreds later on, but for now, I never realized that there was a beehive in here and that I completely missed it. I actually didn't even remotely explore that whole level. My bad. Let's fix that, because beeswax is kind of neat. But of course I have to find a secret door to the rest of the level to do that. Which, yeah, my instincts did not lie to me. There we have a bunch of bee warriors dropping all kinds of loot. Which is nice, they can still drop loot. They're not considered summoned, apparently. Yeah, I think only those that you create by kicking the beehive would be considered summoned. And would not drop loot. There's actually a bunch of loot here. They must have fought some of the neutral monsters over there. Or maybe all died to some kind of trap, or killed each other. It's not clear, actually. Anyway, that's a beehive. If I want to do what I want to do, namely kick the beehive, I first have to kick the items off of it. Kick that beehive. Kill all the monsters, kick more beehive. Kick those bees. Dim-be-dim-be-dim. Praise my armor. The purpose of kicking a beehive, as we weren't aware already, is that by doing so, you will speed the generation of bees, and there will be more left of the beehive afterwards, strangely enough. Because you kind of destroy the beehive this way, and some of the stuff inside the beehive, specifically the stuff that's inside the breeding chambers, will be left over, namely gelée royale. The stuff that bees are fed with, young bees, while they're growing inside the hive, or whatever. I'm not sure. Anyway, you can eat it. And it's pretty good. It has massive healing properties. Apparently it's taking a bit of time here, which might be related to the fact that there isn't really all that much room for the beehive, for the bees, while the hive is in the hallway. So they can't all go out all at once. Though you usually get, if you manage to crush the beehive completely, you get a massive generation of bees. But it can take some time. Yeah, I have more than enough armor apparently to not feel the sting of any of these bees. So I'm kind of just doing it. It can be a bit tedious. Oh, that baby dragon. He looks adorable. And he's killing bees for me, which is nice. And he's destroying my items, which is decidedly not nice, so I'm gonna switch to Frostbolt here. I was gonna give him a fair chance, but I just lost all my patience. Stone giant just ran away. No such luck with the bees. Whoop! I accidentally kicked that bee. Not a very efficient way of doing things. That's a mithril cap. Might as well pick it up. Probably has equal as good armor value as my current orcish helmet, and doesn't have the perception penalty, so I'll probably switch to using it. And we're done with the beehive, because we just crushed it completely, and there's the queen bee. And I've got beeswax and gelée royale. Excellent. Gold is here, and I can eat the iron ration, and apparently I now have to pay attention to how much the short swords weigh. This one should be adamantium, which should fetch a decent enough penny. There's some cooked bee corpses, thanks to the helpful little baby dragon we encountered before. And there's the alternate set of down staircases to the Dwarven halls that I didn't see either, as it turns out. Well, like I said, we're not going to do that, because we have got other different priorities. On the way down, again, we'll probably take the way to the Dwarven halls, because Cheryl will be quite a bit more supercharged by then, and should have no trouble at all surviving it. So she's pretty supercharged even now. As you can see, I'm already pretty much killing everything in melee and not carrying a thing. Wait, where am I even going? Where are the upstairs cases? Oh, there they are. Huh. Helps to have a map. I'm not sure who'd get that reference even. Helps to have a map. Ah, crap it. What, again? Ah, it's a regular mimic. Oh, okay. I was really kind of worried there, but a regular mimic is usually not a problem. So that's what a rust monster looks like. Very good to know. Fairly irrelevant, okay, but whatever. It's something I haven't seen before. Oh, I should probably farm some more Maralen. Oops, and that was one too many. And my mortar roots. I like myself some mortar roots. Some more mosses. Mortar roots. Mosses. This is so much more convenient now that you have a visual representation of how big the bushes are, so you know how much you can pick. Whoops, and I overdid it again. Probably a good idea to leave. Now I could purchase a smithing skill, but I tend to not bother at all. So let's not do that. Now, let's talk to this guy about quest. And I get the Wand of Fireballs, which is pretty okay. I mean, I may be an elementalist, but I don't have that many fireballs ordinarily. And now the quest is to kill the ogre tribe. I will do that in a moment. For now, I'm over to the shop. Waldenbrooks, I am sure you are very much in demand of craft. Tons of high metal weapons. Very much like the ones I've sold to you before. I mean, I'm sure those things are just flying off the shelves. Okay, let's go. One after the other. Now, the Shining Mithril Scale Mill is probably not that much better than the Strange Mummy Wrapping, so I'll not do that. Medium Crystal Shields, like I mentioned, I prefer using the Adamantium Shield, but I'm gonna keep one of them as a spare. To do that, I have to sell them like this. Right. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Thick gauntlets I like to keep in any given number because they're just so good. I can keep the studded gloves for spares. They only weigh 6 stones. Definitely keep the Eternium girdle. I will keep the light boots just in case. I will keep one of the necklaces of rabies. I'll keep both necklaces of rabies resistance because fuck that. Well, fuck that noise. What are they even for, actually? And Eternium dagger, Mithril dagger, Eternium dagger, saber, Eternium longsword, Mithril warhammer, short sword, and scimitar. They're both not very good. Adamantium long spear. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep those just in case. They're kind of some type of penetration weapon, because then they would be worth using. Since I'm not planning on doing an ultra ending, I don't really have to worry about keeping artifacts around. I can just sell them for money. Rings of Fire as well. I would only ever need one at most. Ring of Doom can go right away. The Blessed Brass Ring is a spent Ring of Genie Summoning. Don't need that. The fireballs, and we've got here, I guess, yeah, that's all okay, that's all alright, and a worthless piece of glass, and hold down the enter key. Let's see if he's gonna run out of money at some point. Yeah, nope. He did not run out of money. He sold pretty much. He just ate all of that up. Yeah, I still have plenty of crap left. And some of that crap is actually gold pieces, which brings me to an interesting idea. A proposition, if you may. Let's see if... Oh, well. The only problem is that I'm still only a lawful. I wonder how I can fix that, but for now, I'm gonna sacrifice some of the gold. Very pleased, yes, yes. That means you won't mind, yeah, thank you. Let's drop some of the items of unknown status, pick them up again. 2 of them are weapons, which means I can now try them out. And it's just regular old crap. Okay. Yep. Same with the 2-handed sword. Just regular old crap. Okay. And we're back to using broadsword and power shield. And what's next? I'm going to swap that Blessed Ring of Damage. Actually, no. I like doing damage. I'll keep doing that. Well, it's either that or the Ring of Speed. The Ring of Speed would be pretty amazing too. It's just a matter of what I need more at a time. And now I've got still a bunch of gold. And what I'm gonna do... For now I'm only lawful, and I need to be lawful plus to get crowned. First of all, I'm gonna do the Ogre Tribe quest, and that opens up a level just below Dwarf Town. It is very sparsely populated. There's barely anyone here. which makes it a pretty good place to store items. And what I'm gonna do after I got rid of all the ogres and turned in the quest reward is store my stuff here. Mostly, though, my gold, because I'm carrying around a lot of gold, which I really don't need at all. So there's that. Let's kill some ogres. One ogre after another. Usually at this point I should probably be getting some strength points from these ogres even. As soon as they drop any kind of corpse. Which for now they're refusing to do. It's the more dangerous kind of ogre, the ogre lord, but even that is not really much of a problem for me here. Ogre Magus gets a bad haircut apparently. And it's supposed to be invisible, but thanks to the ancient mummy wrappings I'm wearing at the moment, I can just see them no problem. Okay, that ogre corpse didn't turn out well. Ogre Mage I can heal, so let's kill him quickly, otherwise we'll be here all day. And we've got this line up for the firebolt. Very nice, very nice. Stay here. Ah. Okay. All done over here. Let's see if we can find some more of these ogres. I want to eat them and become stronger. For now, it hasn't been turning out that well. Maybe they nerfed it, or maybe the issue is that I've reached my strength maximum and I'm not... Maybe that means I won't be getting any more strength from this point forward. Which would kind of suck. Do I have a potion of strength or anything? Or potential strength. If I have that, that should help. Potential willpower, nope. No, 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 no. Looks bad. Doesn't look like it, nope. Okay. Be my guest. I'm not sure how exceeding potentials works, or if it works at all in this version of the game. They kind of made it harder to shoot over your potentials and become ridiculously supercharged and good at everything. But it's not impossible. And I think that's right. It shouldn't become impossible, just a little bit harder is okay. And we're out of ogres. And not a one strength point gained from them. In an old version I would be kind of disappointed. But as mentioned, I don't really know how this works in this particular one. Okay, let's turn in that quest reward, shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna use it wisely. I'm gonna store it. Why would I put that back into circulation? I'm gonna store it down here, create my own Scrooge McDuck paradise. Right. What's the next quest? Champion's title, which means I'm gonna go upstairs for 4 levels and kill one monster and come back down again. Sometimes I wonder why I even bother. Female dwarf sitting up there. Yeah, don't get too comfortable down here. It's a bit dangerous. Up here, up here. Yeah, this is a stage in the game where there's quite a bit of walking and backtracking. That's just how it is sometimes. Let's go. I don't even want to bother. I'm faster than everyone here. See you later, douchebags. Ah. I almost forgot how amazing 7 League boots actually are. And we're back here. Die everything. Nothing here. It's interesting. Why did I think the upstairs were in that room? My eyes are apparently deteriorating. No, not if it's peaceful or anything. Did I offer it peace at some point in earlier game? Earlier video? I'm not sure. Nah, not bothering with those herbs. While we're at it, let's get some of those moss patches Morelum applied to our skin to make it smooth and soft and dexterous. And I just went by the arena. Oh man. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Greetings. Which one of you sells cooked ratlings? Colonel Sanders, come here. Yes, I do. Okay, now I'm really covered for food, probably for the rest of the game. That should solve everything. Okay, Dak. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want to be the champ. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To fight crappy monsters is my test. And cause. And I'm not sure. Ripclaw. Well, he lived through 3 castings of Burning Hands. Shame I can cast it approximately 80 times with my mana at the moment. But there you go, that's the Golden Gladius. And the next quest done for the dwarf. Which leaves only the Greater Daemon. I've already fought a Greater Daemon before in the Daemon Vault. Or Demon Vault. I'm not sure. I think I've talked about how I don't know how to pronounce that. So... Anyway. It's gonna be annoying again, but I can... And I can't really do it with Frostbolt. So I'm actually not sure how I'm gonna do that at all. I wonder if I shouldn't just spend a charge of the Wand of Paralyzation to do it. But ideally, I'd look for the right positioning and use Frostbolt anyway. Not sure yet. We'll see. So yeah, okay. I think I got a proc for these things again. So let's eat some more and rub this moss on our skin some more. Dexterity training at least shouldn't be a problem ever, thanks to the fact that I'm a Herfling and I have 37 potential dexterity. Being a Herfling also helps in the toughness department, because my potential toughness is actually 25, which is more than enough in late game and can be easily reached with mojo roots. So Herflings didn't come out too badly out of the changes in the new versions, I guess. They have the toughness to survive the late game. And I get bandages, a fireproof blanket, which is excellent. Much needed healing potions and a scroll of some description. And I accepted a quest to kill that demon. Where is it? Whoa, it's right behind me. Holy shit. Sup, bitches? Anyway, what kind of arrows do I have to do this? Dear. Well, it's kind of vaguely humanoid, so let's go for that. Not sure if that's gonna work, but... yeah, that actually is gonna work. Now it's reduced my strength. Stupid dickhead. And that was the demon done with humanoid slaying. But I really want those quarrels back. I think that's all I'm gonna get back. I lost one of them. which isn't ideal, but it's still probably enough to help later in the game, and by that time I should have found more. And I get the artifact weapon Big Punch, which should technically be using because it does more damage than what I currently have, but I kind of don't like it at all, just on principle, because it weighs too much for my liking. So I'm just gonna sell it for cash. Add it to my Scrooge, later add it to my Scrooge McDuck farm. And here we are. And we're gonna give this guy the golden gladius back because I don't want to use it myself. Learn a bunch of weapon skills. Yep, as well as the tactic skill, which is really why I did it in the first place. As mentioned, we're gonna go back down here, and while we're at it, just add some more. Ooh! I just now realized I actually am now at lawful plus. So the time has come to go to this altar, sacrifice all of that gold, and that didn't work. Yeah, if you hit enter, you don't sacrifice all of it. We're at absolutely close. Pray to Shala. I have done a great service to my cause. I art crowned to be her champion. I got shock immunity, which isn't ideal, but also isn't bad. And I get a grey cloak and a amulet of order. The grey cloak is the Branalbin's Cloak of Defense. A rather decent item for my cloak spot. And apparently I'm invisible now, though technically, because I'm wearing the ancient mummy wrapping, I should be able to see myself. But anyway, yeah, the Branalbin's Cloak of Defense is a artifact cloak with several useful resistances and stuff that also makes me invisible. So this is one of the better outcomes I could have hoped for. It's better than one of the artifact staffs, because I wouldn't have been able to use them really all that well. But for the cloaks spot in the equipment, there's really nothing better in the entire game. Maybe the Cloak of Oman. I'm not sure about that. The Cloak of Oman is probably a good alternative. But Branalbin's Cloak of Defense, very good item. So I'm happy about that. Now, the next step is, I believe, we're next up is the Dwarven portal. So we're gonna do that. It means getting out of the Caverns of Chaos again. Now that I'm invisible, killing monsters shouldn't be a problem anymore. But there's one thing I'm not sure about, because artifacts or other items that grant invisibility also massively increase the hunger rate. And I'm not sure if that's true for Branalbin's Cloak as well. If it is, then I should probably take it off at some point and adventure normally and only use it in boss stages and stuff like that. Well, let's take it off for now. I mean, Cheryl isn't actually all that bad looking. Cheryl's sprite isn't that bad looking, so it's kind of a waste to just walk around invisible all the time. Let's go visit that Dwarven graveyard at some point. Lots of walking here. But we're almost out of the Caverns of Chaos, and then we'll be right there. Let's go. Where the fuck am I? Yeah. This way, and that way, and... I took a bit of a detour, I think. Because apparently I can navigate for shit. Pixies wouldn't help. And I'm out. Let's travel across the land, searching far and wide. Oh yeah. This version still has the lag spikes while in the forest, where the trees are animated and stuff. And I never actually went here, which is kind of bad. Yo! Old barbarian! I have no idea what was my first skill, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna try my best, whatever. Let's see. Where's the graveyard again? There it is. Of course, like all graveyards, still full of a bunch of undead. These are actually less dangerous than the undead you've seen in the Caverns of Chaos graveyard. So it's kind of odd. I did it kind of out of order, except not really, because you're technically supposed to discover the Dwarven portal before you accept the Dwarven portal quest, which I did. I did that before, but never actually went here before I went deeper into the COC, so I did it kind of in the right order again. Anyway, let's get rid of all of these fucking undead, and one thing I might do, since that Eternal Broadsword is going to be my main weapon for a while, I'm going to bless it with holy water, which gives it bonus damage against undead. Just in case you weren't already aware. I'm sure I've mentioned it in the last, in the playthrough of Hocus Pocus, but there might be people who haven't gotten around to watching all interminable 20 hours of it. I'm not sure even how long that thing is. It took like, what, 4 years, 3 years to make it even? Because I kept taking breaks in between. And my, of course, computer that had it actually broke, and I didn't come around to recovering the hard drive from it for ages. Let's hope that this one doesn't take all that long, because right now I'm just trying to get as much of it done while I'm still kind of in the mood for it. And maybe I will be done with this before ADOM 1.2, the Steam version of ADOM actually comes out, comes out of beta and comes online, because then I can show you yet another different edition of ADOM. Only, of course, if there's interest. Well, if I want to do it, that qualifies as interest, I believe, so that's good. And we're back to munching on lizard cooked. Bought straight from Colonel Sanders. Annoying little undead here, and more and more over there, and let's kill them all. Order is kind of important, because some of them can reduce your toughness or strength and some can't, so you want to kill the ones that can first. I'm even ignoring the ghoul, because even though early game PCs are usually very, very afraid of ghouls because they're paralyzing attack, but my armor is so thick that even if I were to get paralyzed in a pile of monsters like this one, I'd survive that easily, simply because they can't hurt me. For as hard as ADOM may be, eventually you do develop enough to the point that regular creatures are simply mooks. And really more annoying than anything else. It's not even technically the case for many of these games. If you have something like Faster and Light, every fight is kind of a fight for your life, because there are very few ships that can't hurt you if you let them. But ADOM kind of does things differently. It's a game where you can actually grow powerful enough to laugh at pretty much anything except the very specific opponents. You kind of it's a matter of preference whether you want this game or when you want to play this roguelike or that roguelike. There are a couple of others these days that are more popular than ADOM. But there have always been roguelikes that were more popular or as popular as ADOM, even though it's been one of the big ones. And I can't really help you as far as deciding which roguelike to play goes. Not that anyone has asked me. Because the only one that I've played that really has held my interest as far as the fantasy kill monstery kind of ones go is ADOM itself. I've tried NetHack, wasn't too keen. And I haven't really tried many of the others because if I want to play a roguelike, I could just play ADOM again. Why not? And I probably get annoyed at the things that the other games do differently, even though it's not technically worse, just different. Just because I'm so used to the way ADOM does things now that I don't really have a objective outlook on it. Everything that ADOM does is just the way things are done. Everything other games do is just bad because it's not the way ADOM does it. Bias. I have played Faster and Light, which is kind of amazing. It really gets a lot of things right. There's also the dedicated ADOM, the roguelike community that considers it not a true roguelike, which is of course technically right and also kind of irrelevant. When people describe it as a roguelike, they refer to a certain kind of sensibility, a certain kind of philosophy, and Faster and Light has roguelike spirit in spades, even if it doesn't remotely play like games like ADOM or classical roguelikes technically. It features the element of surviving by your teeth. It has permadeath. It can die at any time. Any mistake could mean the end, technically. And actually winning it feels just like winning in ADOM. Only it doesn't take as long to get there, and it doesn't take as long until you reach the end of a game that you've won. So, kind of a milder version of it, so to speak. Now, maybe I should explain where I actually am. This is the Dwarven graveyard. This guy is Nonak, the Master Necromancer. I'm assuming nothing has changed since the last time I've done this fight with Hocus Pocus. Just a quick rundown. This guy has ice spells, and I think energy spells. Wait, energy spells is what he has. He's immune to ice, and I think kind of hard to hit with fire. I'm not sure. He is not immune to fire, and against an elementalist, being not immune to fire is a poor life choice. Assuming he's had a choice in the matter, but that is a finished boss fight. Nothing worth talking about over much anyway. Anyway, yeah. Roguelikes. That's Griff, Bloodaxe. I think he's also not immune to fire, so I'm just going to be doing that. Whoops. Nope, I did not want to cast Earthquake. That is usually a very poor idea. Here it doesn't matter because it doesn't work anyway. Now that is Griff Bloodaxe done. Let's kill some of these remaining undead. Nothing worth mentioning about his items. One of the spears is made out of mithril, but I'm not even gonna bother anyway. I'm gonna use Potion of Holy Water on the graveyard because I'm just such a nice guy. And I could also dig it up and get a Sword of Nonak, but I'm not sure why I would bother actually. The willpower boost is nice, I guess, but not really so much that I... Well, I'm just gonna say I am a lawful champion of law and I don't go around digging up graves. That's the way it goes. And those are the elemental gauntlets. A very nice artifact, which are positioned always on the teleportation trap. Because ADOM is the kind of game that sometimes just says, fuck you! Even if all it costs the player is usually time. And I guess it also prevents you from just sneaking past everything and collecting the elemental gauntlets without actually killing the monsters. Actually killing or dealing with the monsters themselves, because you'd have to go all the way through them again. Technically, to complete this quest, you don't even have to kill Nonak or the Griff Blood Axe. All you have to do, technically, is pour holy water on this grave. It'll get rid of Griff Blood Axe and complete the quest. And you can then dig up the grave and get a Sword of Nonak. Again, without even killing Nonak himself. I just do it anyway because he's a dick. And because that's what you do in these games. When it comes down to it, you kill things. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get out of his joint. I really should get teleport control at some point. It makes things a whole lot easier, even if it's technically necessary. More of a convenience thing. Yeah. That fight was so easy I didn't even bother actually using my brand new cloak. As I realized just now. Now, this is one thing I have to do while I'm over here. Let's just think about whether there are other things that I might want to do over here. I could try and kill Hotzenplotz, but I'm already Lawful Plus, so I don't really need that quest completed. I may just check again whether there's anything interesting in the black market that I didn't pick up. No, what I actually never did is visit the town entirely, so that's interesting. I never actually went here. Well, that should make the shop even more interesting, because I have no idea what's in here now. Bunch of food, wand of fire, door curation, ring mail. Pretty good ring mail, actually. I would have actually bought that if I'd seen that earlier. Dwarven sausage, even more food. Maybe they changed that shop around to have more food, I'm not sure. That should be a fletchery set. Wand of fire. Wand of fire is one thing I really don't need. Yeah. Absolutely nothing relevant in here. Goodbye. Get some better stock. Maybe then you'll have my patronage. And do I have to go back to Terranio? No, nothing I would be doing there anyway, so nope. One brown bear, all that lag from the trees. Right, next step. I keep forgetting. I didn't actually go in here, so my wand of teleportation I found somewhere else. I could get the second one from inside here, but oh well. It's just one quick dungeon level and then the second dungeon level, which is actually very annoying, but I just want to see what the top level actually has. And what it has is more bees. Just what I asked for. So it's everything I dreamed of. More bees! I want to have more of these goddamn bees around. Give me more bees. All of that just for some Gelée Royale. It's pretty good stuff. And we're done. Well, we're done kicking the hive. For sure. We're not even remotely done with the bees, as you can be, as you don't have a lot of trouble discerning visually, thanks to the wonderful new graphics of ADOM. There are a lot of bees in here. There used to be a lot of bees in here. Then Cheryl happened. You'd think she's technically an elementalist, but at this point, it's hard to see her actually casting spells. Why would she bother? I hear the steps of the royal guard, which means there's a royal vault in here. The royal vault contains gold. Though truth be told, at this stage I'm not even that interested anymore in gold. Because I already got myself crowned. It might be that you need a certain amount of gold to deal with the new casino and get anything out of it other than robbing it. I haven't actually done that yet. There's a regular old female doppelganger, that isn't much of a problem. This room is tainted by evil, which is never good. That is an acid vortex. These are actually fairly annoying because they destroy a lot of items, but my firebolts are supercharged enough at this point to help me deal with that. Now I could... do I go to the second level and screw around until I find that second wand of teleportation is the question. I could do that. Oh well, let's go for it. Wait, did I get rid of top trap types? Because that means teleportation traps are going to be much harder to actually find. Yeah, I don't think it follows the teleportation trap scheme. You used to be able to tell where all the teleportation traps are, because traps are arranged in a certain pattern. But they got rid of that pattern system, and now traps can be anywhere. And that's gonna make this level a whole lot more freaky than it used to be. Okay, let's see, more traps. At some point I might be able to... gelatinous block cube. Everything's fine. I've been playing for pretty long now, and it's probably... and I'm not going to be finding the downstairs and the wand of teleportation anytime soon, so this is probably as good as any to say goodbye for now, and see you later in another game of Ancient Domains of Mystery.